My forever.
My forever.
My forever.
Lodi.
Idol.
Petmalu.
Petmalu.
Claire Foy.
You could have just made us say lots of swear words there.
Oh, yeah, I could have. But since today is the 70th anniversary of the Queen.
Happy anniversary, darling.
Happy anniversary, darling.
Would you consider them as relationship goals?
Oh, crumbs.
Yes. Yes, because they're still together, aren't they? And I think that's amazing, isn't it? That
It is amazing.
That they've endured and got through, and by
Stuck
Jove,
at it.
it's been difficult.
By Jove, it's been some tough times.
By Jove, there's been the odd
dug
raised
deep.
eyebrow, hasn't it? But yeah, I think they've endured, and when you see them in their sort of latter years, they appear to make one another laugh, which I think is,
They do.
well, that's the key to all of it, isn't it?
Yeah.
And they have separate bedrooms.
Yeah, looks fade.
That's a
and all that.
relationship goal, separate bedrooms.
Well, it's just, I think they've made it work for them, and I think that's all you can ever do, and I think that's the goal of it, is the fact that they don't have a conventional relationship. Yes, they're still together, and they have made it work, and they've been committed to one another, but they've done it in their own way, and that's all you can do.
Separate sinks, although my friend has separate sinks, and then he broke up with his lady, and now he's just reminded of his loneliness every time he looks at his other sink.
Okay,
He
so
needs to move.
Yeah, I know.
the Queen has reportedly watched this. How important is it for you, to get their opinion of the show, since there's more scandal in the second season and more royal drama?
Unless the people who have actually said that people of the royal house who we know who've watched it for sure, I'm always sceptical at thinking about it, that any of them have watched it. I think they are the most talked about and reported family in the whole world. There's nothing that people don't know about them. It's not that we're going over old ground, but it's more the fact that we're looking at them as people and trying to understand them. So if that was me, if I put myself in her shoes, I would be grateful that people have decided not just to see the icon, but have decided to think about what I feel about things.
Yeah.
Even if it's probably wrong, but at least it would be, the fact that people were feeling sympathy and empathy for me, as opposed to just going, oh, we don't care about you because you're rich and live in a palace. But then that's just me. I'm not the Queen of England.
The first season had the coronation as one of the highlights. What to you is the highlight of this season?
That scene with you tell my hair's horrible.
Yes.
We don't. That's the thing that I think that people may miss in the second series, is that this is very much about knuckling down and getting on with the day job. I feel like for everybody, there's definitely passion and romance with Margaret and her love life.
It's about parenting and how they, and the difficulties and sort of trivialities that they come through in their marriage. It's more difficult than it is ceremonial.
Yeah. It's
But
much
hopefully
more,
love
will endure.
will endure.
Do you have any memories off camera that's the funniest that you always remember?
God, every day.
Yes, every day. Once I was on a horse that bolted.
Oh God. Oh
At
God.
the time
Oh.
was crippling. It was frightening, but with hindsight has become funny.
Oh, it was amazing.
That was
I barely
funny.
knew you then.
You barely knew us. And then we were very hot one day in Africa on the tarmac,
Yeah.
and we stripped down to our nethers. And that was very fun.
That wasn't funny at the time either.
It wasn't very funny.
None
at
of
the
these
time.
things are funny at the time, but in
No.
hindsight, hilarious.
You were laughing a lot.
I laughed a lot.
You tend to laugh at me though, never really with me.
That hair scene. That hair scene is
What? Oh, the hair
priceless.
scene. What? On the train?
Oh, on the train.
That really affected you, didn't
Oh,
it?
it really, even now. Oh, even now, it makes me feel happy.
I love that scene.
Oh,
Do you?
isn't it great?
How many have you watched?
I finished the whole thing.
My
God.
word.
Congratulations, guys.
Thank you very much.
And I'm gonna miss you.
Oh, wow.
We'll always be there. You can always
Yeah.
rewatch
I'll
this.
watch it again.
You've got pineapple earrings as well. No, they're not
No,
pineapple.
it's
What
not.
are
I
they?
made up fun.
Oh, they're very nice.
Seeing all pineapple here now.
What a
Thank
pleasure
you.
to meet you.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Thank you.
Vanessa, you've shown us so many facets of Princess Margaret. She's been called tragic princess. She's been called the royal rebel. But how would you like her to be remembered?
I think somebody that was just a life force, really. I know that she seemed this tragic figure later on, but that's why I'm so glad that we got to tell her story in the early parts of her life that I think many people have forgotten. I felt really passionate about that and the love story, which I knew nothing about, I'm ashamed to say. But I'm very glad that that's kind of been remembered. And also, somebody is just so much fun. I love that. And I think she was always in contrast to her sister. and therefore she seemed like the rebel and the rogue one, and I think that's great.
After portraying her for 2 seasons, what is it that breaks your heart most about her story?
I think the fact that she wasn't allowed to be with the person that she really wanted to be. I think everyone has a right to that, and she didn't. And you think of the royals as being sort of privileged and maybe a bit ostentatious or whatever, but actually the things that she goes through is incredibly traumatic, and her heart is broken, and I don't know if it ever healed. I don't know. Yeah.
You were saying before in your past interview that you had a lot of practical jokes that were done.
Yes.
In the first season. Did that continue on to second season?
Well, we didn't have Prince Charles, Billy, so much, which is such a shame because he's amazing. So we didn't have like the ultimate prankster with us. But Matthew Good and Ben Karen, the director, and we just laughed non-stop. I mean, from the beginning of the day to the end, we just had the happiest times.
From playing a princess, you're going to be playing a spy in Mission Impossible. So how did you transition to that role?
Oh God, you know what? I did actually use a bit of Margaret's kind of strength in a way, but yeah, it was just such a different environment, different time, and I was filming them kind of both at the same time.
Yeah.
So I just tried to. But I think I'll always have a bit of Margaret with me wherever I go.
Yeah.
She's cool.